Welcome in, everybody, live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, getting ready to go racing here tonight at the Kansas Speedway for the Madness Racing League Xfinity Series Season 3 regular season finale, race number 8 of 12. We will crown our top 10 playoff drivers here tonight, live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, getting ready to tackle on this 1.50 mile asphalt oval here in the great Kansas City, Kansas. Things are getting ready to get down wicked and dirty here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Welcome in live here on the TikTok platform and or YouTube, depending on which way you have found your way to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Accident Truck Series last night. If you didn't go over there, go check it out. Get ready to go racing here. The Sam's Club 120 qualifying is on our way. Ladies and gentlemen, gladly appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight on live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We're getting ready to go racing here, crown our top 10 drivers, advancing over to the playoffs here to come, and we'll go ahead and pull those results up for you right now. These were the top 10 drivers coming into tonight's event live here at the Kansas Speedway. Ty Robertson leads on top of the drivers in the standings. Currently right now, Ty Robertson is looking really good to go to the playoffs as we currently speak with Neil Rutt III, Chase Johnson, Jerry Powers, Sean Williams, Blake Koschchild, Corey Tessler, Nicholas Maynard, Everett Larson, and Kevin Tankos. I can go ahead and tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I see some of these guys that are on that top 10 qualifying points for the playoffs not even out here in the field. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting ready to get absolutely juicy, wild, and crazy out here tonight. The Sam's Club 120 is getting ready to take place right here in front of your screen. I'm going ahead and getting the okay to go ahead and throw up the qualifying results, from the admin. Ladies and gentlemen, if my thing would ever pull it up, doesn't look like it's going to, so we are frozen over here on my end. Not sure exactly why or what for. Okay, there we go. That's why. Bang, bang there, ladies and gentlemen. Watching live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Excuse me, I'll make this chat box just a tiny bit smaller on my screen. I can get a better look at what the hell's going on here. Ty Robertson's going to be on the pole here from Coleman, Alabama. He's getting ready to make something shake here tonight. Looking to go to the front of the pack and hold on in his very Cam Racing number 9 machine. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go ahead and get you a glimpse shot of it right now. The guys are out there on the racetrack. Go ahead and grid up inside of these race cars. Is your favorite driver in the field? Did you go out to the fan zone? Did you go buy a brand new hat, a brand new t-shirt? We're getting ready to find out here. And hopefully you're already on your feet here as all the guys are starting to round in the field. Looks like we're going to have about 14 guys here tonight, rounding out the Sam's Club 120. When everybody goes ahead and gets inside of these race cars, gets locked and loaded, gets the helmet on, the Hans device strapped up here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go ahead and get the driver introduction portion parts to you, ladies and gentlemen. On the pole here, driving the very Cam Racing number 9 machine on the first place spot tonight, Napa Auto Parts, number 9, Ty Robertson. Driving the Rush Motorsports number 99 driving the Rush Motorsports number 99 Chevy Camaro from Park Ridge, New Jersey, Jerry Powers. Starting in the third place spot here tonight, driving the Stack and Pennies podcast number 01. That's going to be the Chevy Camaro from Bristol, Tennessee of Everett Larson. On the outside of him will be the number 5 Ocean Lake Chevy Camaro from Greer, South Carolina of Chase Johnson. And on the inside of him will be the number 8 Chevy City Camaro of Corey Riptide Tessner. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll go down here behind him will be the Moxie number 09 Ford Mustang, starting in the 6th place spot here tonight of Holden Wheeler. Behind him will be the number 23 Stukin Gray, Black and Green Gorilla Mine Toyota Supra for FBM Motorsports from Greer, South Carolina of the Boogeyman, John Michael Bryant. Ladies and gentlemen, John Michael Bryant will serve a drive-through penalty as we begin the race here tonight for his actions 2 weeks ago at the Pocono Raceway. On the inside of him will be the Allied Fire in safety number 66 Chevy Camaro from Union Beach, New Jersey. The 8th place position starting here tonight. That's the 66 of Neil Wright. And on the outside of him will be the number 24 Chevy Camaro of Greenville, South Carolina's driver, James Fountain. Starting behind him will be the number 17 Eagle 1 Valvoline Ford Mustang from Ranger, Georgia of Michael Ponder Jr. And on the outside of him, driving the Booty Scoot Racing Toyota Supra. He's got the colors on here tonight from Welford, South Carolina. That's the kid of Nicholas Maynard. And on the inside of him, driving the number 54 Operations 300 Toyota Supra from McCreary County, Kentucky. He's going to start in the 12th place spot here tonight. That's Trenton Johns. Starting in the 13th place spot here tonight from East Windsor, driving the Williams Racing number 25 machine. That's Sean Williams. And rounding out shotgun tail end of the field here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel from Greer, South Carolina. Looks like it's going to be the Home Run Cafe Camaro of Tony Cook. Pace car looks like he will take one more lap around the Kansas Speedway here. So that tells me that we are getting ready to go racing this time around. We'll kill the music here as the pace car works across the start-finish line live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And you're watching the Sam's Club 120. Gladly appreciate that you have tuned in here tonight and chose us to, wind out your day. A long day of football going crazy here. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll throw up, the keys of the race whenever this thing wants to act right. We always have this problem. I'm not sure exactly what the issue is here when we have this. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure what the problem is, but we will have, looks like, going to be 3 sets of tires live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, as well as to go with, looks like, going to be 20 to 22 laps in fuel. So, holy cow, these guys are going to be making a ton of pit stops here tonight. Looking at about a 4 or 5 lap 5 pit stop race, if my math is correct, but I'm with the public school, so what do I know? Ladies and gentlemen, Ty Robertson on the pole, climbing the banking through turns 3 and 4. On the outside of him will be Jerry Powers, debuting in that Diet Coke 99 machine for Rush Motorsports. They'll work the banking through turns 3 and 4. Peter the Base Car will hang the left down on the pit lane. Green flag is in the air on the opposite end of the Speedway. Freddie the flagman will wave the green flag in the air. We're racing for the Sam's Club 120 live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Ripping through the gears, climbing the banking through turns 1 and 2. Powers trying to get a run on the outside. Get back to that back bump for the number 9 of Ty Robertson. Off the exit of turn 2, headed down the back straightaway here in Kansas. Side by side, Ty Robertson will move to the top lane. Larson looking to make something shake down here on the bottom side. He'll move. They try to make something shake to that back bumper of Ty Robertson. We're working lap number 1, getting ready to come across the line and complete it. It's going to be Ty Robertson battling door to door. We're 3 wide for the race lead here in Kansas. Holy cow, this is the Sam Club's 120. Hopefully you brought your membership. Shit's getting ready to get wild here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, the Napa Auto Parts. Number 9 of Chevy Camaro's Ty Robertson. Looking for a win here tonight if he can get this thing up and moving, but right now he's giving up the race lead to Jerry Powers through 3. Jerry Powers, 125 years celebrating Coca-Cola on the back bumper there. This number 99 Camaro, brand new scheme debuting here tonight. He's got it out front at the Kansas Speedway, fully illuminated underneath the lights. Here will come the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. He'll work his way off a pit lane in this Toyota Supra with Stukin on board this week from Greer, South Carolina. 3 wide through the corner. They're going to have to hold on to it. John Michael Bryant serving a black flag drive-through penalty from his actions taken 2 weeks ago at the Pocono Raceway. John Michael Bryant's going to be a lap down here at Kansas quick and early. He's going to have to hold it together here, try to fight back early. Holden Wheeler will jump to the top side of the racetrack here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, try to make something shake to his inside will be the James Fountain 24 machine. And what I was just getting ready to say, it slipped up out of my head here, almost forgot about it. Holden Wheeler 2 weeks ago at the Gen 6 race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We've seen him absolutely rip down the wall in Charlotte, and he had a chance to go to victory lane, just didn't get a chance to finish it all out. They found Colin Cole on a victory lane that night, but ladies and gentlemen, Chase Johnson looking for the race lead underneath Jerry Powers through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Kansas Speedway is going to put on one hell of a show here tonight in the Sam's Club 120. Ty Robertson looking down on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's trying to make something shake here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sam's Club 126 laps working this time around, and Everett Larson has worked his way up to this third place spot, but Holden Wheeler rimming and giving it down the outside fence here, and here comes Jerry Powers. He's too late to defend. Was Everett Larson look 3 wide down the back straightaway into 3? No, he doesn't. But you better bet your bottom dollar. Corey Tesner gives a little shot to the number 9 of Ty Robertson. He'll ship him up the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. Chase Johnson seeing the mess in his rearview mirror. He's all gas, no brake here tonight at the Kansas Speedway. Climbing the banking into turns 1. You're riding out the back bumper of Chase Johnson, looking to make something shake here tonight. Excuse me. Chase Johnson coming in from Greer, South Carolina. He's led 2 laps here. Just took the race lead over the number 99 of Jerry Powers. The guy right behind him is Holden Wheeler. And his number 09, we've seen Holden Wheeler rip that top side of the racetrack. We got a battle back here. Ty Robertson going backwards here. Whoa, Corey Tesler will close the gap up. You're looking at the front bumper. Look at this hood cam with an Apple Auto Parts machine of Ty Robertson. He'll work underneath the number 99 of Jerry Powers as Corey Tesler will put his nose somewhere it probably don't belong. And down the back straightaway, everybody will look and try to make something shaky. The runs are going to be dramatic here tonight with only having about 20 to 22 laps in Sunoco Racing fuel inside of each and every single one of these Xfinity cars. James Fountain all over the boards through turns 3 and 4. Ty Robertson will just come up out the gas, let him fall into line here. Behind him will be the number 54 of Trenton Johns, who needs a big day here tonight at the Kansas Speedway. If he even wants to, have a chance of going to the playoffs here tonight. Trenton Johns currently in the 8th place spot. He's all over that back bumper of the number 9, of Ty Robertson. MTL Motorsports has a fast super here tonight. This number 54 glowing underneath the lights in Kansas. Holden Wheeler ripping that outside wall. It'll cost him there. He'll slap the outside sleeper barrier. He'll slow him up big time. He'll give up the 2nd place spot there to the Everett Larson. Corey Tesler will take advantage of it as well. He'll plug the hole down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Climbing the banking into turns 3 and 4. Holden Wheeler will not be denied though. He'll stay on the top side of the racetrack through 3. Tesner down on the bottom side of the racetrack. He'll pull door to door with Everett Larson. See if he can't get it back up there to the top side of the racetrack. Get you a great view with 3 wide. Holy cow, Everett Larson's going to send it 3 wide up the middle. He wants to hold on to this position here in the 3rd place spot, but Holden Wheeler's not going to be denied. James Fountain to pull the spot here at the Kansas Speedway. This is the Sam Club's 120, and they're fighting over who gets to check out first. Climbing the banking through turns 3 and 4. Wheeler upstairs. Tesner down low. Fountain trying to make something shake. Everett Larson trying to pick a line here. Which lane, is going to be up and rolling here. Everybody else still working throughout the back half of the field. Jerry Powers sitting really nice right now on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel playoffs here for the Xfinity Series. These guys are telling him coming into tonight's event that they just needed a smooth day here tonight for the Park Ridge, New Jersey driver, the Notre Dame man at that. So you better best believe that he's probably pissed to see Miami go to the national championship when it comes to the college football playoffs. But this is NASCAR racing, baby, the Madness Racing League. Jerry Powers on the mission, though, right now. He's down 4 spots from where he started. Is he trying to save a little bit of Goodyear rubber? Remember, folks, we were told by the admin there was going to be somewhere probably between about 28 to 30 laps in Sunoco Racing fuel we got here tonight, and that was all changed when all the settings got messed up loading into tonight's session. So these guys ready to have to tackle on 120 laps of racing here tonight. I mean, depending on what the hell happens when it like we wreck or whatever the case may be, 120 laps. They'll have 3 sets of tires, and the Sunoco Racing Fuel is only going to last somewhere between, let's say the Sunoco Racing Fuel lasts somewhere between 19 and 20 laps. These guys are continuously going to have to pull themselves down on the pit lane every 20 or so laps. It's really going to be miscommunication, really. It's already a tricky pit road, but if your pit strategy box guy out there, your crew chief, whatever they call him these days, isn't on his P's and Q's tonight, you might find yourself out of contention quick and in a hurry. Question is, though, how will these guys elect to play it? We're 15 laps into tonight's main event here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, the Sam's Club 120. It's led by Chase Johnson through turns 3 and 4. He'll work off the exit here. He'll lead his 11th lap led here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Chase Johnson just has a really solid car right now, handling really well by out front on the clean air. Corey Tesner and James Fountain have rotated themselves up here to the second and third place spot. Fountain's still got the battle right here, door to door with Holden Wheeler. Wheeler will not be denied on the outside of this number 09 machine. Fountain trying to get himself clear in the turns 1 and 2. Holden Wheeler really comfortable up there on that top side of the racetrack. Does he battle back here, get the gas down in front of the number 24? Does James Fountain complete the slide job off 2? Wheeler will slap the outside wall there. Whoa, slow. Give it a little 3 wide at Kansas. Robertson, Jerry Powers, and Holden Wheeler have to figure it out here through turns 1 and 2. That's brought Trenton Johnson to the base here in this number 54 USA Toyota Supra. He's headed down the back straightaway, but John Michael Bryant, the lap car traffic machine, pulling right back in front of the number 54 machine. He'll pull back down the bottom side of the racetrack. John Michael Bryant serving the black flag drive-through penalty here tonight to kick off the race. John Michael Bryant had to have that drive-through penalty for his actions taken 2 weeks ago at the Pocono Raceway, and the Greater South Carolina driver trying to appeal it here, but just not going to have it here. 2 incident contacts last week with 2 weeks ago with John Michael Bryant, and a radio chatter problem. We'll see how things continue to shake out here. We're 19 laps into tonight's Sam's Club 120. Tester down on the bottom side of the racetrack. His partner Fountain rips upstairs, trying to make something shake through turns 3 and 4. Chase Johnson racing, battling door to door here at Kansas. Look at everybody really work off the corner. Whoa, we got guys coming out on the pit lane quick and early. Jerry Powers, Trenton Johns, Tony Cook, Michael Potter Jr., Sean Williams bringing it out on the pit lane, and we'll go ahead and roll it around with Jerry Powers. He was the first one to call it quits and bring it down on the pit road. Powers complaining of a little bit of a tight condition there. He's telling his guys, do not touch this number 99 Diet Coke machine. He'll bring it down into his 4th pit box on the pit lane, and these guys will service this number 99 machine. It's going to be it's going to be two cans of Sunoco Racing Fuel and no tires for the number 99. Here comes Chase Johnson from the race lead, and he sees the guys in front of him, and what they'll do, he'll call their bluff and bring it down a lap later. Chase Johnson bringing it down from the race lead. That'll leave Everett Larson out front on the race lead. Chase Johnson looking for 2 cans of Sunoco Racing Fuel. He'll bring it down on the pit lane, pull right into his pit box, and the Ocean Lakes number 5 machine, and see how exactly they want to handle this first pit stop here tonight at Kansas. So it looks like it's going to be gas only here for Corey Tesner, Chase Johnson, Holden Wheeler, and James Fountain. That's going to be the battle off pit lane right here. Here comes Everett Larson, Ty Robertson. That'll give Neil Rutt the race lead. Nicholas Maynard will come down right behind him. Nicholas Maynard trying to make something shake here. Lap number 21 of the Sam's Club 120. 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard, Everett Larson, Ty Robertson, Neil Rutt going to be the group coming down here for the 3rd stop cycle here tonight already. 22 laps in. Everett Larson says the car feels absolutely snug right now, but it builds free on the long run. Leave the car exactly how it is. Sunoco Racing Fuel only for the Stack of Pennies Podcast 01. Ty Robertson will do the exact same thing. Neil Rutt the 3rd will copy it. Nicholas Maynard, though, these guys will take 4 fresh, Goodyear tires. Maynard sputtering down on the pit lane. They're running out of Sunoco Racing fuel. The guy, he said the car absolutely shut off. Not sure exactly what's going on. Maybe having some alternator issues. Here comes his teammate down on the pit lane, John Michael Bryant from Greer, South Carolina. John Michael Bryant having to make his pit stop, already being a lap down. This is going to be killer for the number 23 machine of John Michael Bryant. He'll work his way down and off the pit lane. They'll drop the jack. Letting everything shake back out here on the front straightaway. Looks like it's gave Chase Johnson the lead back through the green flag pit cycles. James Fountain and Corey Tessner called their bluff, went right behind them. And it was an absolutely great call here in the first part half of the Sam's Club 120. You're watching the Madness Racing League live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll get you down on the racetrack for tonight's first Madness Racing League. Fast and loud. Chase Johnson absolutely putting together some burner laps here tonight at the Kansas Raceway. He's got them trailing right behind him. We're 28 laps into tonight's Sam's Club 120. Everybody working single file. We got about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different groups right now. Nicholas Maynard's off the pace, as well as John Michael Bryant. Maynard complaining of a little bit of a loose condition there. They'll run out of Sunoco Racing fuel trying to get down on the pit lane. Nicholas Maynard said that he had to go around another lap. Neil Rutt III was right behind him, coming hard. And the next thing you know, he had to keep it ground and go another lap. Maynard will stumble on Sunoco Racing fuel, but they put four fresh Goodyear rubbers on this race car. It looked like majority did not do that. Can Maynard make up the difference here on the long run? Yeah. 30 laps complete this time around. Trenton John slowly working his way up through the field. Trenton John's not even close to the playoff cut battle here. He wasn't one of the top 10 drivers coming into tonight's main event. Does he have a shot here tonight with it looks like going to be 90 laps to go here in the Sam's Club 120? Trenton Johns, his crew chief, is telling him to be patient. We're scheduled for 4 more pit stops here tonight at Kansas. We still got 3 sets of tires, on the in the box here. Run it very, very easy for me, though. Try to get all the track position that you can here. You got majority of the field on the same strategy as you. They also are reminding the number 54 of Trenton John that the guy behind him is John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman. John Michael Bryant a lap down here. John Michael Bryant served this black flag to start tonight's event because of the number 54 and these two tangling it out 2 weeks ago. John Michael Bryant trying to get around Trenton Johns right now. He's complaining of the arrow blocking from the number 54, but Trenton Johns just trying to hold his position here in Kansas. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't had a chance to head on over to the YouTube page, watch last night's truck race. It was an absolute banger at the Daytona International Raceway. Larson pulling door to door with Holden Wheeler. Holden Wheeler just can't keep it together. He'll slap that outside safer barrier. Lap number 33 is in the book here at the Sam's Club 120. Fastest lap on the racetrack that last time around will go, to the number 99 of Jerry Powers. He's got one of the better, one of the better cars on the racetrack right now, slowly making up the difference. Here on the long run, he will be the only car on the racetrack to run a 32 flat there. This Diet Coke machine has put a Mento in the fuel cell. The Coke is absolutely rumbling here on board. So how these guys are going to continue to play out the strategy here tonight is beyond me. I am not that kind of guy. We're watching this battle, though, right here. Third on back. This looks like all the way, to the sixth place spot. It's going to be between Tessner, Wheeler, Larson, Robertson, and Fountain. I'll keep the battle right here for you guys to be able to watch it. As we go to one quick side-by-side commercial break, go ahead and slap that like button if you're loving the new overlays here for the Sam's Club 120. Back in just a moment. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You are watching the blimp cam up here, the battle for the third place spot as these guys continue to bang it out here at the Kansas Speedway. Looks like we're knocking on the back door to that second round of green flag pit stops, and I want to make sure, okay, the battle box somewhat stays up when we go back to this screen, but we'll go ahead and take it away from you. Things are getting absolutely locked and loaded here. Chase Johnson has the race lead off the exit of turn 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. He's got about a 3.5 second gap difference over his teammate of James Fountain. James Fountain trying to hold on to this second place spot. He started in the 10th place spot. He's currently moved up 8 spots from where he started, and he's looking to make a green flag pit stop this time around. Fountain's got to get hard on the brake there. Whoa, have to get it locked down and loaded. James Fountain brings it down on the pit lane. He looks like he'll have another taker right behind him. That's Trenton John. So Trenton John going to call it quit here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Try to come get this service. He got another one. He'll blow and miss the corner. That's Michael Ponder Jr. Holy cow. How was he able to slow that thing down? Trenton Johns, James Fountain to pull out on the pit lane. He'll take his first set of Goodyear rubbers and 1 can of Sunoco Racing fuel here tonight to keep it on going. Trenton Johns, Michael Ponder Jr. will slide down into his box after almost going around there, almost a near disaster. Here comes the kid of Nicholas Maynard, Trenton Johns, Michael Ponder Jr. These guys, so they'll take their first set of Goodyear rubber. Maynard's already taken a set of Goodyear rubber, so he'll flip the strategy. He'll take Sunoco Racing fuel only this time around inside of that Booty Scoot Racing 02 machine. Trenton Johns will be on and off of pit road. Here comes the Home Run Cafe owner of Tony Cook. He'll bring his Chevy Camaro down on the pit lane, and they'll throw, looks like they're going to throw on 4 Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel inside of that race car. Tony Cook's having a better race here tonight, but here comes the race leader of Chase Johnson. That'll get the cycle to Ty Robertson through turns 1. Chase Johnson pulling out on the pit lane, says the car's absolutely turning free through the long run. We're going to need to tighten this thing up here before we mess around and lose it. Chase Johnson's going to pull into his box. They'll jack up the right side of the race car. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the race leader. Jerry Powers pulls into his second place. Biggs box, he'll overslide it. He's got to back up the Diet Coke number 99 machine. That's going to cost him big time down on the pit lane. Here comes Tesner, Larson, and Robertson. They'll call it quits from the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place spot here after battling it out there underneath our battle. Cam Robertson, Larson, and Tesner trying to keep each other honest here and be close with one another. Williams will come down on the pit lane. He'll service his number 25 Williams Racing machine. Tesner will pull it down into his box as well as Everett Larson. Larson for the Second Pennies Podcast 01 Chevy and Robertson. They're on the same momentum. It's going to be a battle between these 2 pit crews, and we'll be at the end of pit lane to watch it. Going to be the drop of the jack here, battle off of pit road. Here comes the race lead. What will be the race leader? John Michael Bryant will unlap himself that last time around. Neil Rutt III, though, will call it quits and bring it down on the pit lane to come service his number 66 machine from Union Beach, New Jersey. Neil Rutt III complaining a little bit of a tight condition. These guys are looking to run the long run strategy. He's got the race lead through the green flag pit cycle, so this should help him out big time. But it's Chase Johnson, James Fountain, and the boogeyman John Michael Bryant, but he'll call it quit this time, so that'll give Ty Robertson 3rd place. John Michael Bryant will bring it down on the pit lane as well as Neil Rutt. Neil Rutt will lose the race lead, but he won't lose a lap through the green flag pit cycle. Bryant will come down on the pit lane in his number 23 Supra. He says, we are absolutely shot right now. Every time we get ourselves unlapped, we go right back a lap down due to that stupid-ass penalty we got. John Michael Bryant having to come into tonight's event and serve a black flag penalty as a drive-through for his actions 2 weeks ago at the Pocono Raceway. John Michael Bryant will take his first set of 4 Goodyear rubber and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel in the Sam's Club 120. You're watching the Madness Racing League Xfinity Series regular season finale. We will crown our top 10 drivers here tonight headed to the playoffs. You're watching the battle shake out through the green flag pit stops. Back in just a moment. We'll keep it right here side by side. Bang, bang! Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We hope you are enjoying the side-by-side battles here. Chase Johnson putting on a clinic here. He's led 40-something laps here. I can actually get the exact number for you. Apologies here. Ladies and gentlemen, showtime. Chase Johnson getting ready to come around. Turns 3 and 4 this time around on the Booty Scoot Racing channel with our brand new overlays. We're able to tell you he's going to lead lap number 40 in the book for him. So he is currently trying to hold on to this race car and bring home the win here to go in the regular season and into the playoffs with some momentum. Right now, though, Chase Johnson climbing the banking through turns 1 and 2. He's got 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel, as well as all of these top 4 drivers here, 5 drivers here, 6 drivers, I shall say, on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Trenton Johns is up 4 spots from where he started back here in the 7th place spot. So I'm not entirely sure exactly what has went wrong for Trenton Johns. He started in the 11th place spot. He's went nothing but 4, but just can't seem to crack the top 5. Tony Cook, though, loves these cookie cutter mile-and-a-half racetracks. He is just soaring on the top side of the racetrack. They'll put the wedge adjustment wrench in the back of the windshield of the number 33 Home Run Cafe Camaro, and Tony Cook will be loosening up here. They're going to tell him to go give these tires absolute hell. They want to try to see what the kind of wear that Tony Cook can put on the Goodyear rubbers so they can try to plan for the future pit stops, working with about possibly 2 to 3 more green flag pit stops here if things continue to work underneath the green flag condition. Everett Larson, 14 years old, comes into the Madness Racing League here in Season 3 and wins the Indianapolis Brickyard 250 here for the Madness Racing League. So Everett Larson already has one of those wins underneath his belt. He would love to double down here and get win number 2, and that would be 2 in the last 3 races. He's got a fast car right now. He's currently in the 4th place position. Chase Johnson in the 1st place spot, though, trying not to be denied. He's all over the back bumper of the Booty Scoot Racing number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. This will be the battle for Nicholas Maynard to try to stay on the lead lap here in the 11th place spot after running out of Sunoco Racing fuel down on the pit lane. The first green flag pit cycle. Maynard going to pull over to the right. He'll get crossed over by Chase Johnson, who'll try to block and throw some dirty air to the lap car, which absolutely makes no sense at all. But Chase Johnson, not caring who it is, what it is, he's up and moving. James Fountain burning up his Chevy Goodyear rubber, though, trying to run him down, and so is the Napa Auto Parts machine. Looks like it's kind of hard to pass right now in traffic, or if you're in dirty air. We'll see how everybody continues to plan to work out their cars as the race continues. Holden Wheeler continues to try to make a case here tonight on why he needs to go to victory lane and get and grab a win here in the Xfinity Series. He come so desperately damn close to winning a cup race here when we were doing the Next Gen Cup Series. A couple penalties set him back. Holden Wheeler, only 16 years old, still maturing and learning how to handle his emotions when things don't go his way. The Moxie number 09 machine in one of the few blue Ford ovals we still have remaining here in the Madness Racing League. He's currently up 1 spot from where he started. Holden Wheeler putting on a show here tonight in Kansas. Trenton Johns, Tony Cook battle that out here for looks like going to be the 8th place spot live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Tony Cook trying to work his way up around the number 54 Toyota Supra. And I just can't talk enough about Tony Cook over the last week, 2 weeks, about over the last 2 or so races. So that's about a month or so. Tony Cook has really done exactly what you see right there on his screen. Worked his way up through the field and actually put together finishes instead of having wrecked race cars when leaving the racetrack. So when you do those kind of things, Tony Cook told us in his interview in the garage, he's been able to score the points that he was looking for. So what does that mean? Tony Cook has gathered himself back up in the point standings. He's jumped from about 20th in the standings all the way up to the 12th place spot. He is one of the second guys out of the cut line. We'll have those over to you just momentarily. Things are getting absolutely beat, battered, and shaken. Maynard down on the pit lane here on lap number 58. He'll come down and he'll take some Goodyear rubber inside of this number 02 Toyota Supra. So we'll see how the Maynard kid continues to work his strategy out here tonight in Kansas. So right now we know Maynard has some of the fastest, best fresh tires, I should say, on the racetrack. Corey Tetzner a lap down here. Not sure exactly what happened to him after slapping the outside safer barrier. Tony Cook and Trenton Johns are reeling him in like a Bass Pro Shop fish, if you know what I'm saying. Power's way up in front of him, heading down into turns one. He's all by himself, as Holden Wheeler is the exact same way with Everett Larson in the fourth place spot. Ty Robertson slowly sees James Fountain. So many names out here. And guys going, we're working 60 laps in a row underneath the green flag condition. We're halfway here in Kansas. Sean Williams battling back and forth here with the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. These two guys have no room to sit here and go back and forth. Sean Williams is going to have to get around him. James Fountain coming down pit lane for a scheduled green flag pit stop. Fountain says the car feels absolutely tight right now. He's got a little bit of right front damage from hitting the outside safer barrier. It's flared the right front. They'll try to pull it out here to prevent him from having a tire rub. He'll pull into looks like going to be his 9th place spot. So on the pit road, he'll overshoot it just a little bit though at the back up. And so they can service the race car. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for James Fountain, who brings it down on the pit lane. Cook, John, door to door, down on the pit road to look to make something shake here. Tony Cook complaining a little bit of a handling condition there, right there. I mean, a handling problem there. They will tighten the race car back up for the Home Run Cafe machine. Tony Cook on the clutch there hard, trying to get the gas there to be Sunoco Racing fuel only. And that wedge adjustment out the back end of the number 33 Home Run Cafe Camaro is Chase Johnson. Works his way off of turn 4 and down on the pit lane. He'll come down on the pit road to service his number 5 Chase Johnson Racing Chevy Camaro from the race lead here in the Sam's Club 120. Holden Wheeler will slow it down big time, lock up the left front tire, trying to get it down into the right RPM. He'll come down from the 4th place spot. Jerry Powers will do the exact same thing in his Diet Coke number 99. Chase Johnson will have the 2nd place pit box on pit. The 4th place pit box on the pit lane in his Ocean Lakes number 5 Chevy Camaro. They'll jack up. No, they won't. Gas only for the number 5 Ocean Lakes Camaro down on pit lane. Holden Wheeler will take gas only, as well as Jerry Powers. We'll see how they want to play things in his 2nd place pit box on lap number 63. So they're going to do Sunoco Racing fuel only for the number 99 Diet Coke machine of Jerry Powers, Sean Williams is sliding into his box right now. Pit stops are in full effect here in the Sam's Club 120. Everett Larson, Ty Robertson bringing down on the pit lane. Holden Wheeler makes it clearly on off the pit road. Neil Rutt III battling door to door here for what will be the race lead when the cycle works his way down, but Ty Robertson can't beat him off a pit road, and neither can Everett Larson. So Neil Rutt III looks like he'll run the extra lap here, and that's how it's played out so far. I would imagine he's absolutely running on fumes. That'll help out Tony Cook here, who's looking to get his lap back here. This number 33 machine is the race leader's right out the front windshield of his number 33 Camaro. And you see it though right there. Neil Rutt III will call it quits and bring it down on the pit lane out the front end of Tony Cook's machine. Neil Rutt III will have to play this same strategy twice now and run it long for the extra 2 laps that he probably might have to regret here if he can't jump these guys somehow, some way, or get blessed with a caution flag. Neil Rutt III says they'll take 4 fresh Goodyear tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the Allied Fire and Safety 66. That'll give the race lead to Showtime Chase Johnson. Ty Robertson trailing in his windshield right now, trying to eat into the race lead. The Napa Auto Parts machine, number 9 Chevy's got to hold it all together here. 5 spots. That's the top 5 drivers. Round out with Chevy bow ties. Does anybody have anything here tonight through the green flag pit stop cycles? We'll take you down on the racetrack one more time for tonight's Madness Racing League. Fast and loud. Booty Scoot Racing channel live at the Kansas Raceway. Things are absolutely going crazy here for the Sam's Club 120. And we're calling this one the Sam's Club because if you ain't got a membership, you shouldn't be watching this absolute gem of a race. Traffic is really becoming an issue right now for Chase Johnson. You see everybody working their way around him, whether it's through on old tires, new tires, or whatever the case may be. Chase Johnson giving up the position, knowing that these guys got to go right back around the racetrack and go run him down again to get the position from him after being scheduled a lap down. John Michael Bryant, though, he'll look to the inside of the number 5 of Chase Johnson and try to get this lap back from the boogeyman. John Michael Bryant started the night's event with the penalty here to a drive-through. He is yet to get any kind of break here to keep him from getting his lap back, and he is yet to get around Chase Johnson to make it 2 laps down. Again, he's had to jump through the cycle early, but it keeps costing him. Looks like he'll get a run down on the bottom side of the racetrack. We had one stuck up there on the outside wall. Not sure exactly. Hunter Jr. stuck in the outside safer barrier there. He's trying to run down the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard. That'll be a battle on our cam here soon. Nicholas Maynard, though, only a lap down, so he's currently scheduled in the lucky dog position. While the rest of these guys continue to work out through the field, we have 3 guys a lap down. 2 of the other ones are 3 laps down. Chase Johnson, though, mighty hungry here tonight to keep putting guys a lap down. 76 laps complete consecutively straight underneath the green flags. Conditions out of the scheduled 120 here for the Sam's Club 120. Tessner slowly falling backwards here in this number 8 Camaro. Black and green for the Chevy City Camaro. That is an absolute tongue twister. If you say that really fast, I guarantee you'll say something you probably shouldn't say. Ladies and gentlemen, though, Tessner screaming inside of the race car right now, saying the cool suit has stopped working now. This car is a piece of junk. We just might as well go ahead and park it and put it on the truck. The 8-car shot here tonight in Kansas. So while these guys continue to battle it out around the Kansas Speedway live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, what a view. We'll go ahead and pull up those point standings coming in to tonight's event live here. Ty Robertson, the race leader, well, the former points leader, I shall say, coming into tonight's event, as well with Neil Rutt, Chase Johnson, Jerry Powers, Sean Williams, Blake Hochschild, Corey Tessner, Nicholas Maynard, Everett Larson, and Kevin Tankos. That's the top 10 drivers scheduled for playoff spots right now. If we were to advance over there right after, this race, say this was a playoff race, these would be your 10 drivers going at it here tonight live. And ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you, I see 2 of these guys on this list that aren't even out in the field. It's anybody's ball game here tonight. We'll have to see how the standings work out here at the conclusion of the checkered flag. Meanwhile, though, I want to give a huge shout out to Pop Sports Bet Swings, custom-made, handcrafted porch swings, 864-978-1913. Or visit them on Facebook at Pop Sports Bet Swings, located in Charleston, South Carolina. We're looking high above the racetrack right now, off the blip cam. Back down here, Chase Johnson gets it back around Tony Cook there and gets him back down on lap. Tony Cook was on the march there. He's on about a 2 different lap strategy when it comes to Sunoco fuel and tires over Chase Johnson. Looks like the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant just can't quite clear Tony Cook there off of turn 4. The boogeyman struggling here, fighting, clawing, trying to hold on and get something here tonight. He's 10 points below the cut line. John Michael Bryant is coming into tonight's event. Can the boogeyman salvage something here tonight with Kevin Tankos being that driver on the cut line, not showing up here tonight? John Michael Bryant needing a good finish here and hopefully add some bonus points to his total score. There's several ways that every single one of these drivers can earn bonus points, whether that be the hard charger, the pole sitter, the most laps led, 0 incidents during the race, all kinds of cool incentives that guys can use to try to further their scores further. Tony Cook brings his machine down on the pit lane, as well as James Fountain. Jerry Powers will bring it down on the pit road, as well as Trent Johns. Trent Johns will slide into his box. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires for it looks like at least one of these guys. And Trent Johns, James Fountain's going to play it differently. He's going to take Sunoco Racing fuel only. His guys will drop the jack, and they'll be on and off a pit road. Jerry Powers will come down on the pit lane, and he'll slide into his second pit box down here. This time he hits it perfect in the Diet Coke machine. We'll see if they do. They'll jack up the car. It'll be 4 Goodyear tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel, and they're on the left side now. They'll make sure they get the lug nuts tight and drop the jack, and he'll be on and off the pit road for the 99 Diet Coke machine. You really can't say Diet Coke machine. You sound like you're saying a vending machine. And Jerry Powers doesn't get used up like one of those. Jerry Powers means business here when it comes to the Madness Racing League. And Everett Larson, the 14-year-old, calls it quits. He'll pull it down on the pit lane because he sees the race leader of Chase Johnson do just that and call it quits and pull it down on the pit lane. Chase Johnson complaining of a little bit of a loose condition there. They'll tighten him up here. 4 tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. The same for Ty Robertson in the number 9, as well as Everett Larson here in this Lawson Stack and Penny Podcast 01 machine. Holden Wheeler complaining big time of a tight condition there as he keeps getting big time up the racetrack into that outside safer barrier. He's battling some internet connection issues here as you see him blink in and out. He'll slide onto his box, 4 tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. Sean Williams will do the same thing here. The Williams Racing machine will get 4 Goodyear tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. Looks like going to be Chase Johnson winning that battle off of pit lane there with Everett Larson working his way back. Chase Johnson on the move here. He knows he's got to get up and moving. This could be the difference between the race win here tonight and this battle off pit lane. So that'll leave guys like Tony Cook and these boys able to come back around and unlap themselves when they get the chance around Neil Rutt, who should call it quits. If my math is correct, this time around in this 66 Allied board and safety Chevy Camaro, but he could fool me, call me, made me look dumb here. No, he'll do just that, call it quits. Downshift to 3rd gear, downshift to 2nd gear, and bring it down on the pit lane. You see the flames slapping out the right side tailpipes of the number 66 of Neil Rutt, who's had a solid day here tonight. He has been the long-term strategy guy here, going to run this tank dry every single time. He's currently the race leader. Every single time he lets it cycle out into his lap and bring it down on the pit lane. It keeps him from going a lap down through the cycle. 4 brand new Goodyear rubbers for Neil Rutt III and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. Down in the 4th place spot, he'll work his way back down the cycle. That'll give it to James Fountain, the race leader, through turns 3 and 4. Does he have enough Goodyear rubber to hold on here, or does he have to make the green flag pit stop here soon? Ladies and gentlemen, traffic is all over the place. It looks like I-85 all throughout the southeast. Guys coming and going, jumping lanes on and off the pit road. You really got to be on your P's and Q's. John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman, will work his way off a pit lane in this stupid number 23 Toyota Supra. Holden Wheeler gets that adjustment there to try to loosen him up as he keeps getting tight and plowing up the racetrack. Holden Wheeler trying to hold it together here. No pun intended. Down on the bottom side of the racetrack, working lap number 87 of 120. And we have been caution-free up to this point right now. Look at this battle into turns 1 and 2. Maynard in the middle. Johnson down low. Tessner trying to fill the hole that ain't there. Maynard trying to get his foot back down on the gas. Tessner will get some drafting help from his teammate of Chase Johnson. But here comes Tony Cook driving into turn 3. He'll make contact to the 0-2. Tessner able to clear himself around Maynard, but Cook will get tight up the racetrack. Look at this battle going on here through the green flag pit cycle. Neil Rutt III back out on the racetrack through the green flag pit cycle there. The number 66 currently in the 7th place spot after starting in the 7th place spot. He will be one of the guys that's 27 seconds back on pace, but he has the fresher tires when it comes to the green flag pit stop. Is it enough to hold on to it late here on the back half of the run? Tony Cook trying to get back around Nicholas Maynard. James Fountain has gone backwards here on the long run. He has burned up the Goodyear rubber after coming down on the pit lane, maybe a tad bit too early. Right now, James Fountain's crew chief is telling him to hold on onto the car, and we are calculating when our next stop should be. 30 laps to go here at the Sam's Club 120. Ladies and gentlemen, 30 laps to go this time around as Chase Johnson works across the banking here on the front straightaway. We will take it to a commercial break one more time and see if we can't bring it back here and hopefully keep it green for the remaining laps. Chase Johnson, Ty Robertson are separated by a teammate in a lap car of Corey Tessner. We'll keep the battle right here. See you in just a second. Working around the turns 1 and 2, banking this time around. 25 laps to go here in the Sam's Club 120. Ty Robinson has closed up the gap to the back bumper of Chase Johnson, and Corey Tessner has outran his teammates so far up to this point. We'll get you back down here on the main broadcast cam where we have kept this battle cam. Whoa, Tessner almost makes contact there with his teammate of Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson, with 24 laps to go, has one more green flag pit stop that these guys have to do. Can he hold on through the green flag pit cycle here and hold off a hard charging, defending Ty Robertson here in the Snap Auto Parts number 9 machine? Or will these two find somewhere to get together and give it all to Everett Larson, who came into tonight's race looking for a second win on the season? Can he do it? James Bowen burned up those Goodyear rubbers there early. 23 lap win with James Bowen pit, even though he's already off of strategy. Looks like he'll continue to run it, but Nicholas Maynard says this is our only shot here tonight, folks. If we're going to make something shake, we're going to have to do it right now. Maynard's going to come down with 23 laps to go. They're going to do a splash and go inside of this number 02 and try to shorten up the pit stop length and work it around. They've been trying to save tires, the tire wear falling off by about 6/10 right now. The kid in and out on a quick Sunoco quick splash and go. Watching back up here, the battle for the race lead. Chase Johnson, Ty Robertson go at it here in Kansas. The number 5 Ocean Lakes machine of Chase Johnson has absolutely put together a dominating race here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And exactly what do I mean by that? Chase Johnson just came across the line and led his 84th lap here tonight at Kansas. Can he put it all together here and put together the nomination race here in the Ocean Lakes number 5 machine? Ocean Lakes on board this year. They jumped on board ever since, I believe it was the Indianapolis race, maybe second or third race. Ocean Lakes has been on board with Chase Johnson. He was able to get a win with them. Can he grab his second win here in Season 3 of the Xfinity Series? Or will he have someone give it all the way for him? Right now, though, he's getting some drafting help from his teammate of Corey Riptide Tesner. Tesner trying to hold on to his playoff spot. Every point's going to matter for him here tonight in the closing laps of the Sam's Club 120. He's just not going to pull over for his teammate of just anybody in Chase Johnson. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryan will call it quits and bring it down on the pit road. And just a disaster day gone wrong here for the Stuka number 23 machine. And it all started 2 weeks ago at Pocono. John Michael Bryan given a black flag here tonight for his actions taken 2 weeks ago at the Pocono Raceway. He'll pull it to his box here with 19 laps to go. He'll take his final set of Goodyear rubber here tonight just to burn him up, because he won't have a chance to get it back in the mix. He'll be 2, maybe 3 laps down when he comes off of pit lane. John Michael Bryan, admin black flag here to start the race. Caution free up to this point. We're 101 laps into tonight Sam's Club 120. So John Michael Bryan is yet to catch that break to be back on the lead lap. So we got about a whole bunch of monkey see, monkey do. Ty Robertson brings it down on the pit lane. Holden Wheeler brings it down on the pit lane. He'll take his final set of Goodyear rubber. 2 cans of Sunoco Racing Fuel. Jerry Powers bringing the Diet Coke 99 machine down on the pit lane for the final stop here tonight. This will be the money stop here for Ty Robertson, who will bring it down on the pit lane on lap number 8 with 18 laps to go. That'll be on lap number 102. Ty Robertson will take his final set of Goodyear rubbers here tonight on, looks like, yes, lap 102. His pit stop time right there, 11.646 seconds for Ty Robertson. Jerry Powers pulls down on the pit lane here, and he will service his machine, currently registered in the 6th place spot. Everett Larson will come down from the 2nd place spot here. Chase Johnson will stay out here and take one more lap around here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He'll have the fresher tires of what should be over the race lead between him and Ty Robertson, as Sean Williams has yet to go in for his green flag pit stop. Chase Johnson will call my bluff here now and come down on the pit lane. We'll throw up the thing here. Chase Johnson will come down and pit on last lap pit on lap number 83. Here he comes with 16 laps to go on lap number 104 to service this race car. Chase Johnson pulls into his box. Does he take his final set of Goodyear rubbers here tonight? Yes, he will. It's going to be a battle here tonight as Neil Rutt III runs that long final pit strategy here tonight. For the final time, they'll loosen Neil Rutt up, give him the air pressure adjustment in both right side tires. Try to give him a rocket chip here to close it out. Chase Johnson on the march here. He'll have the better rubber here. You're watching out of the drone cam as he gets up and moving off the pit lane. So Ty Robertson will come across Chase Johnson there through turns 1 and 2, and that'll give Chase Johnson the race lead here tonight at the Kansas Raceway. Ty Robertson the race lead through the green flag pit stop cycle there, and it looks like Chase Johnson, if he can hold on to it, save a little bit of tire here and try to go hard at the same time. His last pit stop there was a 14.883. We'll compare the times here to Ty Robertson's 14.7. 1/10 of a second better of a pit stop strategy call. He comes down on lap 102. Chase Johnson comes down on lap 104. Everett Larson will be the 3rd place spot driver coming down here in the middle on 103 on 10-second pit stop strategy call. So Everett Larson looks like he'll take 2 tires there on that on that green flag pit stop. James Fallon will be the 4th place driver way further back. His last pit stop come on lap 99. He's yet to bring it back down on the pit lane to top it off. Tony Cook having a hell of a race here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, driving this Home Run Cafe number 33 chartered entry, last pitted on lap number 98. He has just been rocking and rolling his way up to the front of the field. He's currently in the 8th place spot, just trying to bring his Home Run Cafe 33 machine home in one piece. He knows he doesn't have a crack at the playoffs here tonight with the old timer. Putting together some steady lap times right now. He's raising up the leaderboard here on the left side of your screen. He's all the way back up to the 8th place spot. Currently, Restard has the lucky dog. That's the gap there with 12 laps to go here at the Sam's Club 120. Ty Robertson holds on to the race lead, trying to bring it on home here. His last lap was a 30.645. Chase Johnson, a 30.446. So about 2/10 of a lap faster right now for Chase Johnson. We'll keep an eye on this battle as Chase Johnson gets around the lap traffic car. Michael Ponder Jr. 11 laps to go though here in Kansas. Chase Johnson's going to have to put it together here. 10 laps to go next time around on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Down on the racetrack for one more of tonight's Madness Racing Leagues Fast and Loud. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 6 laps to go this time around in the Sam's Club 120, and Chase Johnson is all on the back bumper of Ty Robertson, eating into that race lead like a cookie monster. Chase Johnson has taken it down from 2 seconds to about 0.9 in the last 3 laps. We'll check the lap times this next time around when we cross the line on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. If you are not entertained, stand up, folks. It's going to be 5 laps to go in the Sam's Club 120. Ty Robertson coming across the line this time around on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And we will check his lap time, and he will run a 31.498. Let's check Chase Johnson here, who will run a 31.1. So about 3/10 faster for Chase Johnson. If he can keep it together like this for the next 5 or so laps, he'll have a shot at that back bumper. Ladies and gentlemen, the sights that we've seen before here in the Madness Racing League. Ty Robertson, Chase Johnson battling it out for a win here. This time, it's a regular season finale win. A chance to go to the playoff with some momentum. This time it's not winning, you're in. Ty Robertson, Chase Johnson battled door-to-door at the Michigan International Raceway in the TNA Truck Series. That race saw Ty Robertson get the better of Chase Johnson on his pit strategy. Ty Robertson right now, though, having that lead 8 up into 1.1 second left with 3 laps to go. Can Chase Johnson put it all together here? Run down Ty Robertson. Maynard will move to the top side of the racetrack as the lap car guy and get out of the way for the 2 racing for the win here with 3 laps remaining in the Sam's Club 120. Johnson's guys telling him to keep it clear. He'll get the gas down way before the Napa Auto Parts machine. Johnson's going to get a chance right here across the front straightaway to make a move. He'll look down at the left side of the Napa Auto Parts machine of Ty Robertson. Side by side for the race lead with 2 laps to go in Kansas. Johnson has to jump up out the gas. His Ty Robertson pinches him down low down the back straightaway. Larson lurks in the background here in the 3rd place spot with 2 laps to go. Johnson looks out the front mirror here. It's going to be white flag in the air presented by AFLglobal.com. Robertson will have the white flag this time around. What will Chase Johnson do? He'll have one more shot. He'll change his lineup into turns 3 and 4. Try to get a crispy fade or something down the bottom side. He can't get the run that he was looking for. Final chance down the back straightaway here in the Sam's Club 120. Robertson takes to the bottom side of the banking. Johnson to the top side of the attic. Can he hold it here? Can he get the run that he's looking for? Robertson will throw the dirty air across the front nose to Johnson, and Ty Robertson will win the Sam's Club 120 here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Unofficial results right now with Ty Robertson, the race winner here. He'll lead the last 20 laps of the race and hold on to it and pull away from Chase Johnson there in the closing laps here in Kansas at the Kansas Speedway here for the Sam's Club 120. What a battle there. They ended. Chase Johnson door to door there with Ty Robertson. Now Ty Robertson's going to burn it down here for you folks on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Ty Robertson burns it down here. The Coleman, Alabama driver wins the pole and the trophy here tonight in the closing laps. What a pit call from the from the crew chief. He'll back it across the front straightaway here. And we'll be back in just a moment here on the post-race show with all of looks like going to be your post-race drivers that want their interviews. Ty Robertson that last lap, a 31.932. Chase Johnson, a 31.885. Just not enough to get him across the line. Some great defense there by Ty Robertson. Back in just a moment here. He wins the Sam's Club 120. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the post-race show live here at the Kansas Speedway for race number 8 of the Xfinity Series for the Madness Racing League. A beautiful day to go racing. I should go ahead and add that. I mean, holy cow. 68 degrees, so a little chilly out here. Conditions were clear, 57% humidity here from the Sam's Club 120. That seen Ty Robertson go to victory lane here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. What a performance here tonight from Ty Robertson from Colon, Alabama. And I'll go ahead and kill the music here and see if we ain't got a pit reporter down there and see what Ty Robertson, the race winner, has to say. Go ahead.
Down here in victory lane at the Kansas Speedway for the Sam's Club 120, where Ty Robertson's able to hold off Chase Johnson barely heading into turn 3 and 4. Ty, kind of walk us through your race here at pit stops are going to have to be the key here. Look like the Southern 500 out here with as many pit stops as you guys had to take. Just kind of walk us through what happened on top of your pit strategy. What's up with your pit strategy on top of the box, and kind of walk us through what it took to really hold off Chase there if he was charging hard.
Yeah, first off, I want to appreciate the team. Brought 3 really fast race cars here tonight. Everett and P3 and Sean ended up with the top 10, so the team did a great job with those. But, the car was really great. I tried to save early and make sure that I was going to be good to the end just to be sure. And then at the end, it was just in a situation I didn't think it was very easy to pass. You could go in the middle lane and defend really well, so I tried to short pit on Chase. And he had a lot better tires right there at the end, but thankfully I was able to hold him off. I pinched him down. Appreciate the team. Appreciate Napa sponsoring the car tonight, Universe, Exalta, and Monster. Looking forward to the playoffs in 2 weeks, and hopefully we can come off with a championship this year.
Ty Robertson will look to compete for his first Madness Racing League championship here in the Xfinity Series. We'll scoot down to the second-place driver of Chase Johnson. Chase, kind of walk me through your race here tonight at the Kansas Speedway. It's just an all-around great race, caution-free to the end. You had the strategy on top of the box to lead the most laps here tonight. Just kind of walk us through the final 30, 40 laps.
Overall, just, I don't know how to even put it in words. Fast car. I feel like we had the car to beat tonight. Just kind of screwed up the last pit stop. I guess we should have pitted a few laps earlier, but it is what it is. Just frustrating to lead that many laps and not win. But congrats, Ty. He earned it. Nothing I can say about that. Congrats to him, but I appreciate you putting it on. And look forward to starting another playoff on here.
That's the driver number 5 of Chase Johnson. He'll look to complete that championship sweep here. As he's only missing the Xfinity Series by the shot here in a couple of weeks. We'll scoot down here to the third-place finisher, driver of the number 01 of Everett Larson. Everett, kind of walk us through your race here tonight at Kansas. You had a fast 01 machine. You got a win here at the Indianapolis Speedway earlier in the year. Just kind of walk us through your night here at Kansas.
Man, I was just super pumped to be here today. I was really happy whenever I started third right there. I was a bit nervous for the first round of pit stops through there because my brake pedal's a little bit, well, not funky, but basically my dad raised my pedals up a little bit, and I'm just still getting used to it. But other than that, it was just really good all day long. Big congrats to Ty, and big thank you for him guiding me through the pit stops, because I definitely would not have made the right decisions there. And, I was just super happy to get third and hopefully stay in the playoff cut.
That's Everett Larson. He'll look to compete for his second championship here. Even though he doesn't have one, he's competed once before in the Final Four. Let's go down here to the the fourth-place position, driver number 24 of James Fountain. James, kind of walk us through your race here tonight. You was able to get out there with that bunch early and contend for the race lead. Pit stops were the call here tonight. Just kind of walk us through what you guys went through on top of your box.
Yeah, overall it was a good race. Didn't really qualify where we wanted. Started 10th, I think. Just had to use that first setup really quick, trying to come through the field, and then was just kind of playing catch-up since then. And the third to last stop, I tried to take tires to get a little lead on everybody, but for some reason iRacing decided to not put my right side tires on until after the pit stop, and they had fueled me up and everything. So I feel like really if that didn't happen, I probably would have been up there contending for it. But just want to give a shout out to the guys for giving me a car to even be able to say that, and want to shout out to the owners of the league for putting this on. It was a hell of a race. I had a really good time, and be back here in a couple weeks to do the same thing.
That's James Fountain, driver the number 24. He'll look to wait. His fate looks like he's going to be locked in here for the playoff, but that's still unofficial results here. We'll scoot down to the fifth place finisher, driver the number 99 of Jerry Powers. Jerry, kind of a quiet night for you here tonight at Kansas. You kind of camped down the back half of the field, but you're able to cycle up here through the pit stops here tonight in Kansas and score top 5.
Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what happened there. I don't think we were on the right end of strategy there. Felt like we had pretty good speed. Just wish I could have played out some things different, but we looked for the 99 car. We got Diet Coke on board. Everyone loves a nice fridge cig, which I'll head to my motor coach shortly and grab one of those. But good run. Hopefully, maybe we pick up some momentum, before the playoffs start, or find something in the playoffs. But kudos to Ty. Good win by him. He's been strong. He'll be the one to beat.
That's the driver of the number 99 of Jerry Powers as he takes to the garage here at Kansas. We'll scoot down here to the 02 of Nicholas Maynard. He had the Booty Scoot Racing colors on here tonight. Nick, kind of walked us through your race and where things went wrong. Yeah, on the first pit stop there, about lap 18, 19, we just missed pit road. We had a guy behind us. There was no way we were going to be able to get stopped in time and get down on the racetrack without spinning around or something. So we took an extra lap around, and we stumbled out of gas off turn 2, and I literally had to roll like 90 miles an hour all the way down the back stretch, all the way into my pit box, and it was just brutal. So we threw on a set of tires to try to close the gap up. I mean, we would get back on the lead lap, but, I mean, we would just fall right back a lap down, I mean, almost immediately after 5 or 6 runs on the tires. But otherwise than that, had a great race here tonight. We'll have to talk with the admin about what's going on with these gas issues. But otherwise than that, solid race here, green to checker. That's the 02 of Nicholas Maynard. We'll wrap up the driver interviews here tonight at Kansas and back up to the booth.
Back up here to the booth, ladies and gentlemen. The mic was muted. That is my apologies. We will throw it to a quick commercial break as the music comes back over in the background. We'll be back in just a sec with the post-race show. Welcome back here on the main broadcast cam for the Booty Scoot Racing Channel's race number 8 live here for the Xfinity Series at the Kansas Raceway. Things are absolutely wicked here tonight. Caution-free race is all you could ever ask for, but Ty Robertson was the guy that prevailed and went to victory lane here tonight. Ty Robertson will go ahead and lead 20 laps while he was at it. He had one of the better cars here, but he'll get the best of Chase Johnson and his pit crew there. And that looks like it was maybe the difference in what had been the race here tonight. And exactly why I say that is Chase Johnson and them definitely had the better strategy and the better tires at the end of the race. But we take a look right here. The last pit to stop lap was 1:02 for Ty Robertson. And his crew cut him a 14.7 off of pit road when it came to the pit cycle. Chase Johnson came down on pit road 2 laps later on 1:04, and his crew cut him a 14.8, almost a 10th slower, and a 10th was the difference at the line. If it doesn't show you right now, ladies and gentlemen, that could have been the difference here between the pit crews here tonight on pit lane, but it's got to be a heartbreaker here tonight for Chase Johnson. Coming out here tonight and leading 89 laps out of the 120 and coming up just short through the pit stop cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and run down the field for you briefly here and get things up and moving as guys continue to work their way back to the garage area and out of the Kansas Speedway. Ty Robertson wins it here tonight for Fury Cam Racing and his number 9 Chevy Camaro. Behind him was Chase Johnson and his Chase Johnson Racing number 5 machine. Near inches off the back bumper coming across the checker flag. Everett Larson in his BMW Racing machine finishes in the 3rd place spot here tonight. Everett Larson had a hell of a race here tonight. He'll lead 2 laps as well through the cycle. James Fountain with his BDB Chase Johnson sponsored 24 machine finishes in the 4th place spot here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, James Fountain will last pit on lap number 99, was able to cruise it on home over 21 laps more. Over 21 laps, able to save a little bit of Sunoco Racing fuel and bring home the top 5. Finishing in the 5th place spot tonight was Jerry Powers in this, 99 Diet Coke Chevy Camaro from Park Ridge, New Jersey. Jerry Powers tried his heart out here tonight. He'll lead 3 laps through the green flag pit cycle, but the Rush Motorsports 99 will have to bring some more speed here. Hopefully he can get it to the playoffs. We'll have those results for you here in just a second. Holden Wheeler will round out, looks like going to be the 6th place spot here tonight, and he is currently still teamless, still waiting on a couple of guys to pick him up here. He started in the 6th place spot here tonight, and he will finish in the 6th place spot. Neil Rutt III from Union Beach, New Jersey, tried his heart out here. He goes the long way through this pit stop strategy calls. He'll finish in the 7th place spot, 1 lap down. He led 4 laps here tonight through the green flag pit stop cycle. Neil Rutt, though, knew he was mathematically locked into the playoff. Tony Cook coming here tonight, ran a great race here, top 10 here through the pit stop cycle. Will finish a lap down, though. The Home Run Cafe had some speed, though. Trenton Johns will grab the 9th place spot, followed by Sean Williams in the 10th place spot. These 2 guys battled it out here. Looks like Sean Williams will fight and unofficially hope that he'll make the playoffs here. It looks like the guys are still tallying that up. Trenton Johns coming to tonight's event from McCreary County, Kentucky. He will not make the playoffs here tonight. He was more than 200 points back coming into tonight's event. Another playoff driver, Nicholas Maynard, had a rough day, ran out of fuel coming in out in pit lane. Not sure exactly what was going wrong with the Team Penske development 02 machine of Nicholas Maynard, but the Wilford, South Carolina kid was able to shake something out of it here and grab an 11th place position. Corey Tesner finishes in the 12th place spot after some mechanical issues after hitting the outside safer barrier. John Michael Bryant serves his penalty here tonight for black flag after aggressive driving, 2 weeks ago at the Pocono Raceway. Doesn't get the caution flag that he was looking for. Caution free was it here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sam's Club 120 rounds out with Michael Ponder Jr., the final position here tonight from Ranger, Georgia. After almost going around there on the pit lane, Michael Ponder Jr., though, had a hell of a race last night in the Truck Series. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you see it on your screen, that will do it for the final results here tonight for the Sam's Club 120, live here for the regular season finale. If you're loving what you just watched on the racetrack, we got some more for you coming your way right now. Are you ready to find out the top 10 drivers heading to the playoffs here in the coming weeks for the Booty Scoot Racing channel? Before we get you those results, we'll go ahead and show you the remaining schedule. These guys are getting ready to kick off a 4 playoff race system. It's going to start here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway 2 weeks from now for 150 laps around the 0.60 half-mile racetrack. Phoenix International after that, Darlington, and then Las Vegas. One hell of a final 4 races here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Should be one hell of a show here to come. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hearing from the admin right now. We're good to go ahead and show you guys, the final drivers going to the playoffs here in the Madness Racing League. Go ahead and stand up, clap those hands, stomp those feet. The final drivers going to the playoffs are bang, 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 bang. Ty Robertson, Chase Johnson, Neil Rutt III, Jerry Powers, Sean Williams, Corey Tesner, Everett Larson, James Fountain, Nicholas Maynard in the 9th one, and Blake Hochschild or John Michael Bryant. Not available. Unofficial still here, folks. Want to remind you that. But this is what it looks like after the final 8 races here in the regular season. These are your top 10 playoff drivers at the moment. I want to just, okay, yes, I'm being told about to go ahead and have you guys keep an eye out on the X page. Going over to X and follow them at Madness Racing League _. And they will have that final 10th spot there decided for you there. But the top 9 drivers from Nicholas Maynard to Sean Williams are locked into the playoffs. They will be contending for the Season 3 championship here in the coming weeks on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it here tonight for the Sam's Club 120 live here at the Kansas Speedway. Ty Robertson wins it after heartbreaking Chase Johnson there. 1.36 seconds was the final total at the line. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, we want to remind you we are not responsible for your DUIs. Have a safe exit leaving tonight's Kansas Speedway. God bless. We'll see you Wednesday night for the Gen 6 Cup Series race for the Madness Racing League live at the Bristol Motor Speedway.